Hey guys, this is OG from Crypto Nights back with another cryptocurrency video. If you appreciate these videos, please do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so that you are up to date with the latest videos, some of which are very time sensitive trade calls, and so it's important that you subscribe and kind of enable that bell notification so that you can get these videos in a timely manner for you to take some of these trades with me should you choose to do so. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing with you the trades that I'm taking and the setups that I'm looking at. So today's video, let's look at Bitcoin first. So what I'm seeing is there's a potential for a larger inverse head and shoulders pattern that's forming and that's just broken, right? So we have a left shoulder here, and head here, and then a right shoulder, and a breakout here, and volume, while not great like it is here, is still above average and okay, right? And so the neckline is around 34.2k. We broke above it, and now we're retesting it as potential support. So if we get a bounce here and the support holds, then we're likely to see this confirmation. Now, and if we look at the profit target like this, right, taken from the neckline to the bottom of the head, then we're looking at a potential target of around 41k, right? So this is the technical target from this inverse head and shoulders pattern. Now, yesterday I was showing you this mini or smaller inverse head and shoulders. Essentially, it's an inverse head and shoulders within this larger inverse head and shoulders pattern, which actually broke first, right? So we had it like this. This is the left shoulder, this is the head, and then this is the very mini right shoulder, and the breakout was at the 33.3k level, right? And so we broke out with pretty strong volume. Then right here I posted an update saying that I was slightly concerned by the fact that we did get a rejection tail into the 200 period moving average, namely the EMA on the 1 hour, right? So I did not like to see this. Also, I did not like to see the fact that price broke below the neckline, but I was also said that the line of sand for me was around the bottom of the right shoulder, which is around 31.7k, and we never came back to it so far. Now, since then we've kind of rallied a little bit, but we're still not seeing the bullish momentum that I would have liked to see as follow through and continuation to confirm this, right? And so now we have, and the technical target for this was around, let's measure like this, around 38k, right? And so if we do meet this target up here, I believe that we will have enough momentum then to meet the larger inverse head and shoulders target around 41k, right? And so it's important that we keep the positive momentum, that we break above the 200 period moving average again, because right now we're trading right below it. We're rather consolidating, around it, but we want to see some volume and some bullish momentum come in, push it above, then break above 35.5k, right above this high, and then we should be in the clear for 38k. And if we have enough momentum to get there, then I think we can get to 41k, right? So essentially having a kind of coming back into the higher range of this larger consolidation between 40 to 41k at the top, and then around 30k at the bottom. So if we can get these two patterns to play out, then we're likely to see another retest of the highs. Now, once we get there, then the question becomes whether or not we ping pong back down again, or whether we can manage a breakout and really continue the bull trend again. But that's I'll cover that when we get there. But the more immediate thing that we're looking at is whether or not we can get back above 200 moving average, and if we can reach the 38k and 41k targets respectively of the smaller inverse head and shoulders, and then the larger inverse head and shoulders pattern. Of course, we do want to keep some fundamentals in mind, right? So on the positive side, after El Salvador passed the bill to make Bitcoin legal tender, we now have Paraguay proposing to do the same. and we'll have, for now it seems like they're going to have a vote sometime in July. So if that happens, right, this is another positive fundamental kind of news and development. On the negative side, though, we do have a couple things as well. One, the options expiry that's coming up. Typically, this has led to volatile price movements, and if I must admit, these price movements, at least in recent weeks, have been typically negative, right? And so we do want to keep that in mind. And the other thing is that Elon Musk is again coming out and tweeting and causing some mayhem, right? So best way to put it, he's again tweeting that how many maxis that take to win a light bulb. So he's coming in trying to manipulate the markets once again, and I can see why, right? If we actually look back at the times when he did come out and tweet in recent weeks and recent months, it's always been at a time where Bitcoin's either at a critical level of breakout or at a point where if it doesn't break out, it will reverse. So it typically picks these points where he believes that he can affect the price of Bitcoin the most, because either Bitcoin is at a crossroads, right, between either breaking up or down, or I think when he sees there's potential for Bitcoin to be weak, when there are other factors at play, such as the options expiry. So maybe he thinks that he can piggyback off of that and add extra fire, right, or extra put gas on the fire to make sure that so that he can accomplish his goal, whatever that might be. So we do want to keep these things in mind, and against the backdrop that we did not see huge bullish follow through, the risk of the options expiry plus Elon, it's not insignificant, and it's not negligible. And so that's why I will be monitoring this very closely. If price continues to roll over like this, especially if it break below this level here, 32.2, and then my last line in the sand is 31.6, 31.7, then I will be looking to potentially just exit my long at either break even or at a small loss, because in that case, if we do come down here, then I think the risk reward just isn't there for me anymore. Let's take a look at Ethereum. So we also had this inverse head and shoulders. We had this breakout here. The technical target was 2200, but again, we're seeing weakness, right? We're not seeing the breakthrough, the follow through that we wanted to see. And so I actually didn't take this trade because I was already in the Bitcoin long, but essentially again, the same idea, right? I wouldn't want to see 1820, let's say. I wouldn't want to see 1820 be broken, right, in order for this pattern to play out. Now a few positive developments, right, on altcoins. So in one of my previous videos, I did mention some areas for potential scaling in of positions for acquiring altcoins. So on Cardano, I said that the dollar level was a good place to get in. So if you did get in, right, ADA has been rallying really hard, right? So up around 40%. Polkadot as well. I mentioned 13.5 was a region for a potential accumulation. And so if you had gotten in there around 20+% from where you enter to the top. Link as well, I meant in $15, right? This was the crash low. $15. If you had gotten in there, then this is around 30% gains as well. Solana, we had this inverse head and shoulders breakout here at around 28. So this actually up around 10-15% as well. So yeah, so essentially the point here is that we really want to see Bitcoin and bulls come in, because otherwise we are in otherwise we risk this breaking down. Anyways, that's it for today's video, guys. I'll see you in the next one, and make sure to smash up the thumbs button, and then to subscribe. See you guys in the next one.